Welcome back, everyone here to Brown Sox. Today, I got a very special video for you guys. We are going to be talking about three superstars the Yankees could potentially acquire at this trade deadline. Now, most of all these trades are probably unlikely, probably not going to happen, but there is always a chance. There is some evidence, supporting these trades, maybe going through and going to the Yankees, and we're just going to be discussing about it and talk to you guys about the three guys that we came up with. So, Christian, who do we have up first?
The first guy is Shohei Ohtani. And, before you click off this video, look, I know this guy's name's been going around for a while. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen in the next month because this is the last time for him to get traded before he becomes a free agent and signs probably the craziest contract in sports. Now, there's a few components. First off, the Angels are doing pretty good this year, like they tend to start off. They are in third place, but I think they're 7 games above 500 right now. And they're playing pretty well. So, look, I get that they would get a ton in return for Shohei Ohtani, but maybe they think of this as their last shot to win with him and Trout, and they're not going to trade him. So there's that. And also, it's highly unlikely the Yankees will want to give up what the Angels want for Shohei Ohtani, right? We've seen the Yankees in the past be hesitant to, throw in one or two even top prospects. This guy's going to take possibly your 5 best prospects because he's simply that good. And he's having arguably a better season than last year. Again, only reason he wasn't the MVP was because Aaron Judge broke the home run record, but his offense is much better than last year. OPS nearly in the 1 dot range, and his pitching is very good too. So, look, I know as Yankee fans, we almost it feels like we're almost against Ohtani sometimes because it's always Judge versus Ohtani. But if the Yankees could somehow figure out how to get this guy, you're the best team in baseball.
You instantly become World Series favorites. You add a player like that to your roster, and having him and Judge, unfair. Um, Ohtani was actually kind of in some rumors last year. There was some talk that maybe he could possibly get traded. And the Yankees were one of the teams that pursued Ohtani last season. And they were one of the most aggressive teams in trying to acquire Shohei Ohtani. Obviously, they had a lot of interest in Ohtani when he was coming to the MLB from Japan. So they definitely love Ohtani. I mean, who doesn't? But he is making $30 million this year, which is a lot of money to take on. And he's going to cost a lot. So he's going to be a lot. But, the Angels are in third place. The Astros are a really good team. The Rangers look like a really good team. And the American League is pretty loaded. So, the Angels could say, hey, it doesn't, we don't know if we can pay this guy. There's going to be a ton of teams bidding for him. And they might just say, hey, let's trade him. He's going to get an insane offer. So yeah, it's possible, but it's unlikely. But he would be an amazing fit. Up next, we got is Juan Soto. Juan Soto is one of the best players in baseball, and he's doing it at the age of 24 years old. The Yankees showed interest in him last year at the trade deadline, and they do expect to go after him in free agency. He becomes a free agent in 2025. That was reported by NYY News TV. He said that the other day on his All Rise show. And I think, you get Juan Soto, it completely fixes your left field problem. I mean, you're adding one of the best outfielders in the game. Juan Soto in Yankee Stadium, being able to slot him in there between Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, etc. He would just be an amazing fit. You would have him for the rest of this year and next year. And I assume, you would have to give up a lot of capital to the Padres. I assume the Yankees would then really, really be intrigued to signing him long term if you're giving up that much in return. The Padres are in fourth place The Giants are ahead of them in their division. Arizona and the Dodgers look really, really good. So I could see the Padres dealing Soto, and he would be a perfect fit for the Yankees.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if the Yankees get Soto, similar to Otani, and almost more so because, you know, Otani's great and all. I mean, he makes you one of the best teams in baseball, but you don't necessarily need more starting pitching. What you do need is a good lefty bat in your lineup. And Soto, Otani, probably pretty equivalent hitters. Look, either one really, really makes your lineup better. And some of the stats that were coming out earlier in the week about the Yankees on base percentage, he would help that a ton. This guy gets on base at a ridiculous rate. Over 400 this year for his OBP, and he's pretty much done that his entire career. If he's
I
not
mean,
having,
yeah,
he's actually not at a season with an on base percentage below 400, which is crazy. And he's
yeah,
not a Joey Gallo. Okay, he does more than just walk. This guy hits the ball really, really hard. Okay, he's 10 home runs on the year. He's a really, really good hitter. Look, if you add him to the Yankees lineup, and again, same thing with Otani, he's going to cost a ridiculous amount. Same thing. You're up there. You're one of the favorites. Your lineup is that much better.
yeah. Juan Soto on the Yankees would just be nuts. Him in Yankee Stadium. I mean, it'd be a home run every at bat. He gets on base a ton. Soto gets on base a ton, and just imagining, guys on base for Judge or vice versa. I mean, I mean, that lineup's you're not gonna get through that lineup. So he checks all of the Yankees boxes off and then some. And the next guy we got up is Corbin Burns. Corbin Burns becomes an unrestricted free agent in 2025. And Corbin Burns and the Brewers went to salary arbitration this offseason. The relationship between the Brewers and Burns has been going downhill. And an MLB insider believes that the Brewers will trade him at the deadline. The Brewers currently sit in second place, but who knows if they can pay Burns? It seems like their relationship has really gone downhill, like I said. And Corbin Burns would be a really good fit for the Yankees. He'd be a really good fit for all teams. But you slide him in that rotation. You get an ace, another ace. You'd have him for this year and next year, and your rotation's the best in baseball, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, we've talked about the offense a little bit this video. If you get Corbin Burns, you might not even need an offense when it comes to the playoffs. If you have Cole, Rodon, and Corbin Burns as a 1-2-3, you could really get away with scoring 1 to 2 runs every game, especially with the Yankees bullpen.